Hey, welcome back, folks. This is part 3 of the series I'm doing to help get your business online, create some compelling content, video, and we'll dive into some audio as well in the future. But today I want to continue on. Last week we didn't get through all the equipment side of things, and I know that was a question I had when I first started down this journey. It's just overwhelming, all the different types of cameras, microphones, computers, audio interfaces, you name it. It's just overwhelming, and I don't want you to get locked down on that and not start down your journey of just press and record with something as simple as an iPhone. So I'm going to share my screen and I'll try to answer questions as we go. And if you're watching this on the replay, I do want to plug at the end, I'll put out some information. But next week, we're going to do a live workshop. Some folks that have been joining me the last couple of weeks, or even a new person that wants to jump in, we're going to do a live workshop together. I'll have an opportunity to do multiple people and answer your questions, really get you down the path where our goal is by the end of this month, first week of February, you're starting to record some content and getting it out there or enhancing your content. A lot of you are already doing some things, but so next week, send me a DM, send me an email. And if you want to be a part of that, I'll share a link with you. You'll join me much like a Zoom call, and we'll talk about it live on the air and help get your questions answered so you can continue to produce some great content. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Again, if I haven't met you yet, I'm John Piper with Add-On Systems, and I'm going to share my screen real quick and show you kind of some things we're going to talk about. All right. There we go. So you guys can see this. Again, my email is right there and phone number if you have some additional questions, information that I can help you with. That's really what I'm here for, to give back. A lot of people have poured into me and helped me along this journey. So I want to share that with you as well. So where we picked up, and that's an example of a pretty elaborate studio. Probably there's probably anywhere of 40, 50, $60,000 worth of equipment. The point is, you don't have to start there. You don't have to end there either. We talked a little bit about cameras last week, and I do want to share, I didn't have this link up, but the capture card, and I do have it in my hand right now. This video capture card, if you're using a Sony mirrorless or a DSLR or even a camcorder, you will need a video capture card. I didn't have this up last week, so I want to share it with you this week. See if we can bring that up. Yeah, you guys aren't seeing that, so let me show that to you. I'll bring up the Elgato Cam link. It's a USB capture card, so HDMI in, USB into your computer. Again, whether it's a Mac or a PC, they both will work. And I'll share that with you so you have the link. Again, if you want my equipment list, shoot me an email or a DM, and I will share that with you. I shared it with a couple people last week, and I want to be a resource for you. If you ever have challenges and need some help, we have the capability here at Add-On Systems to produce some video content for you as well. And here it is. You know, a lot of places you can purchase this. There it is, real simple. It's right at $100 now on Amazon, but it just works. You can see that's right there is a simplified version. It's very solid. I used it for about a year or so before I enhanced my video capture card to the ATEM Mini Pro. So again, pop your questions in there if you have any as we go, and I'll try to answer them for you. Is how we'll do this. All right, next up, I do want to pick up on one microphone I failed to share with you last week as well. Is actually the microphone I use, which is a Heil PR40. I'll share that with you right now. And that is a studio quality mic. You do not need to start there. You do not need to end there. You want to find a microphone that really kind of fits your voice, your style. You can go to, if you're in a major metropolitan area, there is a place I like to go to called Guitar Center. That's all about audio, music, and they have a great selection of microphones. And you can sample some microphones there. Depends on the mic setup, and your audio interface can produce varying sounds. Sometimes you'll hear radio broadcasters. If you ever meet them in person or you see them on TV, they sound a little different than they do on the radio because they have some compression and some things they can do on the processing of their audio to create a rich, deep sound and do some other unique things. So let me share this with you. This is the Heil PR40, used a lot in radio stations across the country. Again, it's a higher end mic. It's going to range upwards of $400. By the time you add the shock mount and the different things, you're really closer to about $500. Again, you don't need to start there and you don't need to end there, and it's all personal preference. I'm just sharing with you equipment I've tested, I've tried, and I use. And the Heil PR40 is legendary. It's been around for a long time, and it works good for me. So I'll kill that. And here it is right here. I'm talking into it now. If you guys can see it, well, I'm not going to pull it up. Let's see if I can pull this one up. Here we go. I've got two in here. That's one right there. I've got the shock mount, headphones. So in my studio here, we have the ability to have a guest come in here for podcast or video. I've had as many as 4 people in here. I have some additional mic inputs, some headset mics, and that's something you may want to explore if you're doing a roundtable discussion, perhaps you're in the trucking industry and you want to have a Q&A with drivers, or have drivers provide some feedback on their experience driving for your company. That's a great way to do it. Roundtable discussion. And I shared last week the Zoom H5 is a good way to do that too. You could set the Zoom H5 on a tripod in the middle of a table and capture pretty good audio right there just with the conversation. So again, you don't have to have 4 separate mics and spend a lot of money to capture good audio. So let me see. I'm going to move to next is audio interfaces. Very important. Let me actually, before I do that, having a steady camera look, a tripod, or a Osmo stabilizer is very important. I don't think I spent a lot of time on that last week, so I'm going to do that now. Let me bring those up. Here's an example of a tripod that I've used. Again, you don't have to spend a fortune because you're just supporting a very lightweight camera. When you look online and look at some of the tripods, they're several $100s. I've seen tripods that are $10,000, but that's to hold a broadcast camera in a production studio, like an ABC affiliate, to support, a $100,000 camera that weighs, maybe a couple 100 pounds. You do not need that. But here's a tripod I've used that I really like. Again, you can get these a variety of places. I like B&H. B&H is a great place to get some video equipment. Usually ships same day or so, but very stable, very portable tripod if you're shooting in different locations of your office or on the road. Even you can pack this up in a backpack and transport it with you, and very effective. Let me show you a tabletop tripod as well. I like to use this like in an office environment. If you're recording video, say a recording session in a conference room, or even at your desk, you want to have a nice stable look. Always have the camera really above you. My cameras are a little above eye level right here in my studio, and you'll get some adjustments and have a good look. And you'll test. Before you ever go live like I am now, you record and you see how it looks. You play it back. You listen to how it sounds. And I'll play this back and hopefully I have good audio. But drop me a comment where you're tuning in from, how the audio is, how the video quality is. I like your feedback in real time as well. I'm going to share that desktop tripod with you. Again, a great little unit. And it is right there, tabletop tripod. Again, this one's a little more money because it's compact. It's built to be very portable. You see these legs will extend out a little bit, but look how portable that is. That'll definitely fit inside a briefcase, a backpack. Has a quick release mount, so you can keep that actually attached to your camera if you need to, and just pop it right on when you're ready to shoot. That'll hold a webcam as well. So if you want to just use a USB webcam, again, that'll attach right to that desktop tripod, and you're good to go. So it's good to have multiple types of units depending on what shoot you're trying to accomplish. And this is one I've used and I really like. So I showed you the Osmo last week, but let me share it with you on the screen. If you're traveling around, or you have a driver, you're shooting in the yard, and you want to have a stable shot, I'll share this with you. It's important to have a stabilizer. So I'll share the DJ Osmos, what I like. Again, there's multiple products on the market. I'm not saying this is what you have to have, but it's just one I've used and tested. And my whole goal here is to try to eliminate some of the errors and the pitfalls that you might have shooting video. So here's the website. Again, if you want to shoot me an email or a direct message on whatever platform you're watching this on, I'll send you my product list that I use. And this just works really well, the Osmo products. Once you get it set up, again, The higher end unit's about $160. So not bad. And it really gives you some zoom capability, pan tilt, gives you some really nice cinematic features for $160. Great unit. All right. Now I want to talk about audio today a little bit because, like I've shared in all my messages, having good quality audio is more important than having good quality video, in my opinion. Somebody will stick around if the video is a little shaky, but the audio's really solid. They'll listen. They could even listen in podcast form. Not even watch the video, but listen to you. If your audio is bad, they'll tune you out. They'll turn it off. At least I do. If I'm listening to someone's video or a Facebook Live or a LinkedIn Live or YouTube, and the audio is not very good, I'll usually turn it off. So I don't want you to fall into that trap. So let me share a little bit about audio interfaces in the units that I've used before. You can see I switched to a different camera angle. Got multiple cameras in here, and I have the ability to switch through software. I'm not going to get into that today, but we can take a deeper dive into that in a future broadcast. And it just gives you a nice professional look, much like a studio or broadcast studio would. So I'm going to share the audio interfaces, and then we're going to have this one probably short. I'll get you back to work. If you're enjoying lunch, let me know. And hope everyone's doing well on this January the 12th of 2022. All right, audio interface. The first one that's very simple, and again, I recommend you graduate in baby steps, is a Scarlett 212. It's a USB unit. I'll bring this up on the screen as well. The thing I like about this, it doesn't require external power. It is powered by the USB on your computer. You can see there's two XLR mic inputs here. You have separate gain control, which gain is how you gain the volume in a mic. I have a tendency to project and talk at a higher volume. My wife was here. We were doing an interview. She doesn't talk as loud. So we would turn her gain up and probably mine down to have a more balanced voice level. Very important. This is a monitor out. You can put headphones there if you have a producer or someone listening, or if you want to use this just for your Zoom calls. It's a great device, to have a higher end mic for your Zoom calls, your Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, those types of things. And then you can have headphone out, so you have the audio coming back through for the people that you're talking to through, say, a Zoom meeting. Or if someone's monitoring or producing your show, they can monitor your audio through that headset as well. So great little device. Again, USB. Looks like it's USB-C now. Mine, the one I have is USB-A, but everything's going to USB-C into your computer. And that's really all you need, and you're good to go. All right. Now, the audio interface I use is called a Rodecaster Pro. Very popular with podcasters, people that do live events, shows. It's very compact, and I'll bring that up as well. And we'll probably end there today. But I do want to do a live workshop next week. So if you're watching this or watching this on the replay, and you want to come on live with me, and we'll work through some of the challenges, some of the goals you have for your business, the type of video that you want to produce, the type of message that you want to create to reach either your employees, your customers, your vendors, partners, whatever it might be. We'll go through that workshop. Again, I'll set up for 30 minutes, but if there's more people, I'll go over next week. We'll try to reach everybody that wants to do it. Send me an email or a direct message, and I'll send you out a link to be able to join next week at 12:30 Central. All right. I'm going to bring up the Rodecaster Pro, and then we'll wrap up for today. Rodecaster Pro has been a great unit for me. I do some mobile broadcasting as well, and I've been able to do high school sports and very compact, easy setup. Again, it's USB as well. I'm going to bring that up, share that with you right now. And this is the Rodecaster Pro. I think it won some product awards. A very compact unit. It has 4 mic inputs. You can see I'm going to come on down here. The footprint, probably the size of 11 by 17. You have separate volume controls for your mics, 4 mic inputs, USB to the computer. So I have this connected to my computer as we speak. So I'm broadcasting through that. I can play my music through it. I've got a record option, so you can record a podcast remotely. You have separate volume controls for headsets. So each person on the broadcast, say you have 4 people, you have 4 mic outs. So everybody can have their own independent headphone controls. So you can listen to each other as you're talking. There's some really cool features built in where you can mute mics and different things. I have another, you can bring a phone or an iPad. Like right now, I'll play my music through an iPad through this channel. You also have a Bluetooth channel, and that can be used for Bluetooth music. If you want to bring music audio into your Rodecaster Pro, and the way I use it a lot is I bring in, or have previously brought in, Bluetooth phone calls. I now bring in phone calls directly to that dedicated channel right there through a TRRS cable. Very important to get the right cable to get audio. It's called mix minus, to get that in and out. So really great device. Here you can see the compactness of it. Very portable. It does need wall power, but USB to your PC or Mac to run all your recordings or your streams or whatever you might use it for. So highly recommend that guy. It's been awesome for me, and I'm confident it'll help you as well. So we'll post questions, comments. I'm going to put this up now. Next week, I am going to do a live workshop. I want you to come on here live with me. I promise I won't ask any questions you can't answer. It'll just be a coaching session we'll do together. Hope to have 2 or 3 people, maybe 4 we can do if we have that many, we'll probably go over the 30 minutes for sure, but would love to have you join me next week, same time, right here on LinkedIn Live, the Facebook page, YouTube, wherever you might be tuning in. But drop me a note or shoot me an email to jpiper@aos.biz. If you need help working on a specific video project, we'll work through it or get you started next week. It'll be a lot of fun, I promise you. So any questions? I'll wait around for just a minute here if there's any questions. I see some questions coming in. All right, I did get a question in one of the back channels. Hey, John, if I just want to use my iPhone to record, what microphone would you recommend for the iPhone? And the one I started with was really a wired lav mic. So I don't have a picture of it with me today, but basically iPhone on the tripod, an adapter. I do have the adapter, something like this, to your iPhone, then a 3.5 or what most people consider an aux cable, but again, it has to be a TRS to TRRS. And if you buy a lav mic either online or at Best Buy, it'll be configured properly. That lav mic right up in here, so you got good quality audio. Then you can have the camera, as far as away as the cord will reach, and you get great audio into your iPhone or your Android phone as well. Great way to get started, just shooting short videos from your office, from the road. If you're a driver, it gets really windy. I recommend doing that if you're outside your truck. Maybe get somebody else, a buddy at the truck stop or wherever you might be, to hold your phone if you don't have a tripod, and you get some great audio into your video that way. So I think I'm going to end a little bit early today. Again, hopefully you can join us next week, and we'll get into the live workshop session. Again, our goal is to have you shooting live content for your business at the end of next week. Take care. Thanks for joining us.